It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it is showtime, and I'm just telling y'all from the door, from the top of the show. Oh, this is one for the ages. This is one for Smithsonian. Smithsonian, you need to text and call, or as Nelly would say, everybody you know, and tell them they need to tune in right now because you do not want to miss this. Is must-see TV, the Geno Jones Show. It's like that every day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern programming. No live show, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Live shows Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have big fun. So as a matter of fact, my Friday #1 co-host, Kelia Karson, I'm going to drag her in Monday or Tuesday. She don't know it, but she kind of knows it because we talked about it. But she can hear me, so she knows now. So the Geno Jones Show brought to you by CM Transportation. CM, like Mary, like my mother's name. CM Transportation, LLC.net. CM Transportation, LLC.net. If your business needs a transportation company that is dependable, reliable, and on time, not on CP time, CM Transportation, LLC.net, or call area code 843. They're based here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, but they do business nationwide. 843-606-2702. 843 area code 606-2702. Well, it's Friday. I'm kicking off my 4th of July like week and a half because really the 4th is a week from yesterday. But I'm starting the celebration today. Make it a long-ass weekend. Make it like a 8-day weekend, 10-day weekend, something like that. But everybody is talking about the presidential debate. So, it's Funny Friday. And yep, we got some laughs for you too. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not wasting any time. You see her mostly every Friday. She's here unless she's going like to Aspen, like her and her sorority sisters went to Aspen, Colorado. They had the big villa up in the mountains. They had the Black Chippendales doing their thing. They said what goes on up in Aspen stays in Aspen. So I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be no videotape, no sex tapes leaking out. But they did it real big. I heard some resort. I thought it was Aspen. She'll correct me. Listen, President Obama has got Vice President Kamala Harris. Barack has Michelle. J got B, or B got J. Howard Stern's got Robin Quivers. But damn it, I got Kelia Blanky Karson. There she is, melanated. Unmute your mic. It's showtime. We're going to do this thing right here, right now.
Hey, G.
So, see, you got that, girl, you got that Jamaica Dexter St. Jock glow. Was Dexter up there in Aspen?
If you don't stop with this Aspen shit. You know dang well.
To the Zeta sisters, I heard y'all was up in Aspen. Y'all had Dexter St. Jock and the rest of the Black Chippendales.
You know we did not have none of that going on. You know I was round the block from you.
Well, you blushing. That's the tell. See, that's the tell. You telling on yourself. You blushing. I can even with that beautiful ebony skin, I see you blushing. Yep.
Listen, Geno, I was right around the block from you.
Well, I guess Aspen's right around the block because the airport is right around the block, and then you.
Okay, that part. I was in North Carolina, and it was my line sisters, or Sands, as a lot of people will hear people say. And the person that brought us into Zeta. So we went to visit her, and she's moved to North Carolina. Okay. So right there on the border of South Carolina. So we were right there bouncing back and forth between the two states. But It was a ultimate girls trip, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
wasn't supposed to tell y'all, but leave it at
yeah.
that means the Black Chippendales were all there, and they didn't disappoint. That's what I hear. I don't want to know, but that's what I heard. They said the myth is real about the Black Chippendales.
Listen, I will just say this because I'm not going to confirm nor deny. what what I'm going to tell you is that sisterhood is real for women out there who, may be struggling with relationships with women. We got to do better because we have it down to a science. It was sisterhood on steroids, and we just love each other, and we loved on each other, and I'm just going to leave it there.
Like I
So
said,
yeah,
it's like Keith said, it's sisterhood on steroids, and
yes,
she's
yeah,
smiling and blushing.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
right.
And for all of the men who participated and made it happen.
Like I said, the Black Chippendale. So after the show,
No,
contact Key. She'll text you. She'll text you like the phone number where you can go ahead and set up your own little Black Chippendale weekend.
we're getting older, Geno. One night we just chilled at the jazz club. It was a jazz club there called Middle C.
Okay.
It was awesome.
In Charlotte. Okay, shout out to
Yeah.
Charlotte. The Queen,
Yeah,
they call it the Queen City.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Well,
Queens, the Zeta Queens were in
yeah,
full effect.
we were in the house. Yeah. But one night we just had to chill at the jazz club, and we were sitting there so quiet and relaxed and just easy going. It's just nice and laid back. One night we just sat in the pool together at the house and just kick back.
And the first night they had the Black Chippendales, and they had the after party till 6, 7 in the morning. Which is why they had to chill out the next night.
Yeah, we were up a little late.
Yeah, they were worn out. They were like, girl, woo, that was good. Woo, that was good. Damn, girl.
No.
We ain't as young as we used to. We can't have them come back tonight. They done wore us out.
Actually, the first night, we watched. We just did girl stuff. We had a movie on the outside porch because they have this lovely porch, that's ginormous. It's just like a family room, and it's got the screens where you let them down, and so you can be outside and the little outdoor air conditioner. And we watched a a movie, just girl time, chips and taco, nachos or whatever. It was wonderful. Wonderful.
What y'all watch? What was the Sun on Tubi? Black Chippendales?
I'm not gonna say, but it was.
Oh, is that? Oh, oh, y'all was watching that channel.
No. It's just It was
Like I said, y'all.
sorors. We don't like
whatever the black version of Magic Mike is, like
No.
like like Hung Abdul or whatever it is. I don't know.
Did you say Hung Abdul? Boy, you better stop.
I don't know whatever the black version of Magic Mike is.
Listen, it was more tame than you all would imagine. But in the interest of sisterhood, I won't say what movie it was, but it wasn't nothing like Hung Abdul. But it was lovely, Geno. And North Carolina / South Carolina owes me nothing. It was fabulous. They were a very just kind of laid back, but we had stuff to do. We went and ate at a place called Haberdish, and a place called Snooze. I mentioned Middle C. So shout out to the Carolinas, both states, because you owe us nothing and you were very hospitable.
Well, you and the Zeta sisters, the Zeta Queens, you owe your brother. You're not that far. You were 3 hours away. So next time, come on to Charleston. y'all set it up. Maybe rent one of the little beachfront houses that's on the Isle
Yeah.
of Palms or Folly. Come on now, we got it now.
Yeah, because we were far from water.
Right.
And so we would need to come to you to get
we
the
gonna
water.
put you beachfront, like open
Yeah.
the living room window, boom, the Atlantic Ocean.
Is the beachfront nice there, Geno?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. So I will have to
absolutely.
definitely put that on the to-do list
I don't mess with the sharks, but if you got the beachfront property, then you're good because you're about 12, 15 feet up, and because they elevate the homes because it's right on the ocean. We got the hurricanes that come, so you'll be good. The sharks, they ain't gonna get in the house; they're gonna be in the water.
So what you're saying is that it's not the kind where you're actually getting in the water.
Oh, you can. Oh, no, the beaches. Yeah, I'm just being. But
Oh,
they
okay.
had, last summer they had a couple shark sightings. Now we didn't have anybody that got bit like in Florida. See, I think Florida.
Yeah.
See, even the sharks know Florida is shady. It's like, you down here in Florida, your ass is probably shady. I need to bite your ass because you probably on some Ron DeSantis MAGA bullshit. So let me bite it. Let me take a chunk out of you.
To all of the innocent folks in Florida, this is the disclaimer. Geno knows not what he says. Okay.
No. Well, look, I have friends in Florida, but even the folks that live in Florida, they know Florida's problematic. They just like, man, look, this is my home. I love it. But yeah, it's problematic.
It's true.
Ron DeSantis, we could go on. But
so on that note,
yes, on that note,
debate,
and now, and I didn't have time to pull the video. We'll talk about that because I got to be able to get the video. Did you see President Biden's speech, speaking of North Carolina, today?
No, I did not see his speech today.
I almost need to tell you to pull it up on your phone in real time while we're on camera, because it really will put last night's debate
in context,
in a whole different context. I guess the best way to describe it. So, all right, let me kick off the show. I wanted you to go first, but you didn't hear this part. So there was a super energized Joe Biden that the crowd was going crazy for, thousands of people. Today.
Well, they needed that because last night he seemed to be.
Right. Well, hold on. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna toss it to you, but I wanna set it up for you and give you the context since you didn't see the video.
Yeah.
So the part of the video that should be running on a loop, they should spend like $1 billion on commercials right now. Every network, fake news, all the MAGA channels. And this was his closing remarks. President Biden said in closing, "I don't walk as easy as I used to." People going crazy. "I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But there's one thing I know how to do. I know how to tell the truth." And he said it just like that. "And I know right from wrong. And I know how to get back up when I've been knocked down. And I know how to do this damn job." With that same energy. So now, setting that up for you, you have the floor. Give us your take from last night.
And so I am glad they did that. He needed an immediate bounce. That's what we in PR would call, a comeback, something fast. He needed an immediate bounce because last night he just, the energy level fell off. And let's be real, Biden is no spring chicken. But let's also be real in understanding that Biden is not running for president because he don't have nothing better to do.
Right. Okay.
Biden is running because...
Hold on. I want to piggyback because I think I left it out. How did I leave it out? Because you talked about his age. Now, the first thing he said, he said, "I know I'm not a young man."
Mhm.
That was the first. And then he went on, I know I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't
Right.
know if I leave that part out. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't hear the age, but
See, that's what I thought, because I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The most important part. That was the very first thing he
age.
said.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a young man. He
And
said,
by the
that's
way,
the obvious.
he's only a few years older than Trump. And where Trump may have seemed a bit more energetic, and I will say, and I call it like it is, because this is the Geno Jones show, so we're not going to lie and we're not going to make stuff up. If you're just looking at them side by side, Donald Trump last night appeared to be a little more energetic and sober-minded, right?
Well, that was maybe the first 30 minutes.
Well, okay, but you get my point.
Yes.
Where I'm going with
His
this
energy
is
level,
that,
yes, was
yes.
Now,
Okay.
now, Key,
And
throw
wait
to
a
Jimmy
minute.
Key.
Wait. It's important that I finish this.
I know, but just for context, President Biden did have a cold, a bad cold, because you could even hear it
Yes,
in
I
his
mean
voice.
his voice was hoarse
Mhm.
and all that. But even still with that, there just seemed to be this out of his energy level really was not there.
Mhm.
And if you're sick, okay, but this is what we have to do. You still have to fulfill your commitments, right?
Mhm.
So, yes, Trump may have seemed to be more energized and a little bit more with it. But like Biden said in the speech today that you mentioned, yeah, but I don't lie. And so I don't care how sober minded or how energized or buttoned up when you compare to old Donald Trump was last night. He lies and he doesn't tell the truth. He's making up stuff.
As a matter of fact, and then hold on, don't lose your train of thought. But on the note of lying, Key, just to inject a little humor, we all have ancestors from the South, and I have a feeling that maybe your grandmother, great grandmother, one of your aunts, older aunts, probably you heard them say something that my grandmother was known for. when when she if she caught us in a lie, and we wouldn't, and then we was just try to sell the lie, she had a phrase, oh, you gonna stick to the lie.
Oh yeah.
You heard that too? You just gonna stick to the lie.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the only way you can sell it. And that is the only way that his supporters are going to trust what he said. If he acts like, I emphatically believe this is how it is, and I keep saying it over and over and over and over again, repeating the lie. Okay, you get believers.
Sticking to the lie.
Yeah, you get believers. I believe. Listen, Donald Trump's not the only one. Sticking to your lie has worked for many others throughout history.
So, Key, you're not trying to say, now, wait a minute, Key, you're not trying to say maybe, we won't call any names, maybe back in the day you may have had an ex or two that you had to get rid of because he stuck to the lie?
Come on now. What's her name? Sunshine Anderson made a whole song. Heard it all before. I mean, Shaggy. What'd he say?
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I mean, come on.
Something wrong with your eyes, girl. It wasn't me.
Don't believe what's the saying? You can't believe your lying eyes.
You gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
Come on now. So, I mean, that's the part of the sale. You have to keep and stick with the story. You got to stick with the lie. And Donald Trump is masterful at sticking with the lie.
Yes.
Okay? And so you can't let, unfortunately, performative things, selling the lie,
keep breaking it
sway
down.
you from or dissuay you from the truth. The truth of the matter is, like Biden said, he tells the truth. It may not look pretty. He may look sick. He may have a cold. He may be weak, but This man is saying, listen, I will die like Jesus did on the cross
Preach.
to protect my people. Because this is what you don't want. You
Come
don't
on,
want
Pastor.
that. You don't want him, because this is danger. Do you know how close our democracy was when he was president?
January 6,
Dude,
2021.
come on. And he even brushed that over during the debate like that was a nothing burger.
That didn't happen. No. The white nationalists, the Nazis,
Right.
Charlottesville. No, that didn't happen.
No, he brushed over it like it was nothing. And
But
those are not things to brush over. You are talking about people who attacked our Capitol, tried to attack our democratic process, which is the confirming of the president of the United States, the vote.
And tried to hang the vice president.
Hang his own vice president.
And Key, we saw it. It was on all live TV. They live streamed it on the internet. Dude, we saw this.
He claimed during the debate last night that his speech that day was the most amazing thing ever. And I said, let's go. So again, don't fall for the rope-a-dope, the okey-doke.
What did Eddie Murphy say, Key? Remember a movie that was shot right up there in Detroit, the first one, Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
In the tailpipe. Come on. So, yeah, I mean, last night was performative, and Donald Trump got lucky in that, Biden, but listen, I'm going to say something to Biden's people. Now, look here. I don't know what you're going to have to do. You need to get some ginseng, what you got to do, because this is the world we live in. We believe in theater. Okay? And unfortunately, we're going to have to prop Biden up and get him on some.
Well, Key, it is funny. This is why you are the greatest co-host in the history of humankind, because you could not have set up my opening monologue any better.
Because let it rip.
In the opening of my monologue, I specifically are going to address exactly what Kelia Karson just said.
Well, go for it.
Key, I have President Biden's itinerary. So Dr. Jill Biden and everybody, and President Biden, Brother Joe, listen up. So here's the itinerary. First of all, the night before the debate or any big speech like he had today. So Dr. Biden, I'm not, if I might be overstepping my bounds, no offense, but just please, the night before, you might need to, and I'm not saying you don't, I don't know what goes on in your bedroom, just saying, make sure you might need to give Joe some good loving. Or maybe if he's tired, maybe rub his head or his feet.
Geno, forget the good loving, let him sleep.
Wait, what? Now, Key, I'm a man, so I'm speaking. Sometimes to release that tension, Key.
Okay.
You feel me? Dr. Biden, she knows her man. They've been together, they was together when Moses was at his prom. So,
okay.
So
keep
Dr.
going.
Biden,
keep
know
going.
Your man. So he might need a little
whatever he needs. Whatever he needs.
Right. Maybe just 2.5 minutes probably will be good. Maybe 90 seconds. Because he's 81. So come on, Key. He said, I'm not a young man. So
yeah, I say sleep, but you keep going on with this other
Give him a
stuff.
good 90, maybe a real strong, intense 60 seconds straight. And then, or maybe, just like I said, maybe just rub his head or rub his feet until he goes to sleep. Now, the day of the debate or big speech. Now, make sure first, Vice President Kamala Harris, she can handle all the other business, deal with Putin and all that. All the cabinet meetings, the meeting that they have in the morning to find out what the hell's going on. Vice President got that. Make sure, let them go work out, have a good walk with the dogs, get out, get some fresh air, whatever, go to the gym, then take a nap.
Yes.
4 hours before it's time to debate or get a speech. Let him take a nap. If he can't sleep, if he's kind of, hiked up, give them a melatonin, maybe a half a melatonin, because you don't want them to sleep too long. Or chop it up, maybe just a little that little corner. Give them a little fourth of melatonin, so you can sleep real good for about 4-hour nap, and then
a 4-hour nap. Hell, that's sleep.
He's 81. Okay, come on now. When our ass get 81, we may need a 4-hour nap. Because really, if it's 90 seconds of good loving the night before, he gonna need that 4-hour nap. All right.
Okay, go on.
So he got all right, after the nap, what you do, then you wake him up about 20 minutes before the debate. You run, because the president, I know they can do this. Contact the folks at Mountain Dew or Starbucks. Run a Mountain Dew or Starbucks IV. Don't get. I was gonna say maybe getting the 20, the big. You know, you can go to the gas station. They got the big 24. No, run the IV.
Oh my God.
Run the, like when you
not
go to
an IV of Starbucks.
Yes, because when you go to the emergency room, they give you like the saline solution, the clear bag.
Yeah.
Don't give them the saline. Run the Mountain Dew or the Starbucks, whichever one. The caramel macchiato, whatever his favorite. Run.
You said caramel macchiato.
Run that, and then you send him on stage. Just give him a bottle of water, so his throat, because see that caffeine will dehydrate you, so he'll be hyped, but his voice will go. So make sure that he's got the big. Get him some of that alkaline water, because he had all that Mountain Dew to kind of neutralize that acid. Body Armor, you need to send me a check. Now, you see I done drink all this. Fill it up, Key, and let him go on stage with that bottle of water, and you will get what you got. And turn him loose. Turn him loose, Key.
Okay, as ludicrous as all of this is, they better come up with their own version of whatever you just said. Honestly. 5-hour energy, whatever they got to do.
But run the IV straight into the bloodstream. Don't give them no can. No.
Yeah.
Just run.
They got to do what they got to do, because if you remember history, this is how Nixon. No, wait a minute.
Kennedy, yes, in 60.
Yeah, and Kennedy.
Right. And even though he only lost by like a half a point, Nixon did. But it was the first televised debate, and Nixon was sweating it. He looked sweaty.
Exactly.
But see, now Key, it's funny.
And that's my point. That's all I'm trying to say.
But now listen, we're talking about John Kennedy, JFK. Now JFK had a reputation, so I guarantee you they probably had an itinerary. For President Kennedy, similar to the one I suggest, because he was known to have a few ladies on the side. Marilyn Monroe supposedly.
Well, and also, Geno, Kennedy had a back problem.
Yes. He had a disease called Addison's disease.
That's right.
Yes.
And so he had to be propped up almost like Roosevelt.
I guarantee he took a nap, and they probably called Marilyn Monroe the night before and told Jacqueline Kennedy, look, honey, don't trip. We just need Marilyn for the night. Put him to sleep real good so he can sleep good.
Listen, and they had to give him drugs, IV. So again, unfortunately, we do not like to take people at face value sometimes, because we want to believe in something bigger, right? But just like I mentioned, Roosevelt, Kennedy, Biden, his people got to prop him up now.
FDR was like his whole presidency. He was paralyzed. He was in a wheelchair, but you never saw it. They always shot him from here up.
And the media participated.
Yes, they did.
In the rules by agreeing never to photograph him in his chair or getting out of his chair.
Yes.
Yeah. So
now, Keith, in all seriousness, I want to tack back, because you said something a couple times. The word, the adjective, or I guess it's probably adverb. It was so descriptive, performative. That's the
Performative.
unfortunate part,
Yeah.
because the presidency is not about a performance. It's about competence. It's about judgment
It
and
is.
competency, and having a team around you that's smart, strategic. That's really because presidents don't get in no debate. They have a cabinet. They have the best and smartest advisors, and they come and lay out all the options. And at the end of the day, the president needs to have good judgment, because he or her word they have the final say.
Well, that's what you want on a daily basis, and that's what you've had basically for the last
3.5 years.
Right, 3.5 years. And you get to go on about your life. You get to go on about your life and be an American and live, and you don't have to worry about these things. That's what the presidency is about. Under Donald Trump, everybody was freaking having a nervous breakdown every morning when they turned on the news about what happened overnight, or what cabal is going on now. And excuse my language, I don't want to, use the word cabal lightly, but you get my point.
Keep it real. Yeah.
The point is that the presidency, if done correctly, it should be a little more quiet. Right. Okay, I'm not saying you don't need to know what your president is doing, but for certain, you don't need to wake up in horror every morning like there's an insurrection. It was an insurrection every freaking day under Donald Trump.
Or love letters from Kim Jong-un, or going over to Europe and saying, well, President Putin said that he didn't interfere with the election, and he was very strong and powerful when he said it. Yeah. So I believe him over my own intelligence agency. I don't believe the CIA and the NSA and the FBI.
And he's not a liar. Why would he lie? I mean, it was nonsense every day. And so ideally, what you want in a presidency, what we are actually used to, is a little more quiet, calm, and go about the business of doing the work of the country. Not this show. So when I say performative, I hate that I'm even using that word.
Key, thank you. Key, let me thank you, because that word, that's all he is. Orange Hitler is all performance. Everything he says is a performance and a lie. The Deal, this R&B group, Babyface was in the group. My R&B fans remember The Deal. He wrote a song, and I'm going to paraphrase. Babyface's song, Key, you remember this. I only think of you on 2 occasions.
2 occasions.
And in Orange Hitler's case, I'm only lying to you on 2 occasions. That's day and night.
And night.
That means all the time I'm going to be.
Right.
No matter what time it is, day or night, if my lips are moving, I'm lying.
I'm lying. That's terrible.
Now, speaking of,
and this is one of our options. This is terrible.
So, Key, you are a brilliant strategist, and you really look. You're good with debate and brilliant with marketing. So here's my suggestion. So I've got President Biden's itinerary. So now he's at the debate in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 things. I got a perfect idea for the next debate, and then a strategy on what President Biden should do.
Okay,
so here we go, Key. What do you think? Strap both of them up to a lie detector and have a lie detector test, and the person that fails the lie detector test loses the election.
Listen, Donald Trump is such a good liar, and this is where I'm scared to death of that mofo. Donald Trump is such a good liar, the machine would be like...
No, the machine would explode. The machine would be like, oh, that MF it just... and the examiner would be like, I've never seen this before.
No, because people don't realize how lie detectors work, right? The way they work is that they look for inconsistencies in your your body,
Your body
you know,
temperature and
your temperature, your chemistry,
reflexes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So when you are a habitual liar,
Right.
you believe what you're saying.
Pathological.
Right. So there is no change
But I think the
when you are a
machine,
diabolical liar.
a good operator, they would know, because that thing would be like, can you, can
Geno, no, when you believe your own
I
you
was Key,
steady.
I would strap his ass up. I guarantee you that you know that little graph paper and that little metal thing, that thing would probably break and the whole thing would catch on fire
Listen,
and explode.
Donald Trump, that liar, man, that is a professional. He is like a sociopath almost
He said he has a doctorate, a PhD in
of
sticking to
lying.
the lie.
Okay, that machine is not gonna help that man, honey. He'd be like this, easy going, like a flat line.
So now here's my debate strategies. This is where,
Okay.
because President Biden did have a cold. Now you watch the full debate. That he got stronger and better
Yeah.
as the night.
Toward the
He got
end,
very
yeah.
forceful, especially, you know, when he was talking about his son Bo and talking about, I didn't
Yeah.
say that those in the military were losers and suckers. You are, I got to keep it
Yeah.
clean, because even though it's YouTube and it's my channel, I know my mother's watching, but you are a lie. You are a lie, and the truth ain't in you, because.
And we even heard him call John McCain when he said, I like people who win. So cut the crap.
Here's the checkmate. One of his former chiefs of staff.
Yeah.
Who was in the military. John Kelly. Whose son died over in Afghanistan. Said it that Trump called people in the military when he went over there for D-Day losers and suckers. John Kelly said it.
Yeah. But Trump himself, and I'm getting close to the camera here. Trump himself called John McCain a loser.
Yes, he did. On camera. Yes, he did.
On camera.
I like my soldiers not to get captured. Your little punk ass, I really want to say something else, but I know my mother's watching. Your little punk ass got 6 deferments because you had bone spurs. Key, I don't know no black person that's ever had no damn bone spurs.
I don't even know what a bone
spur.
I'm trying to figure out what plantar fasciitis is.
You couldn't serve your country because your little punk ass had bone spurs with your little punk ass. He probably ain't never been in a fight in his life. He was the kind of person that would throw the rock and talk a lot of you-know-what-ish and then run and hide.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So let me go back to the strategy. So listen, when you are dealing with a pathological liar, you got to stop them in their tracks. Because CNN, you all were a waste. Really CNN really now, because the CEO, the new head of CNN is really a closet MAGA dude. We need to try to get more Republicans. There's no more Republicans.
Are you serious?
Party. Yep. There's a MAGA cult. When you are dealing with a liar, forget talking about what your policy, whatever policies that you want to pitch. Listen, you gotta. What was the saying in Ray? What is it? Scratch a liar, son of a thief.
Yeah, catch a thief.
Catch a thief. You gotta stop him in his track every time he's lying. Now I know they muted their mics, but every time when he starts lying, as soon as they open your mic, okay. First of all, this one is lying and called a lie out and pointed out, just like you pointed out, John McCain. You called him on camera. You said he was loose because he got caught. John Kelly, his own chief of staff, was in the military. Son died serving his country. Said that you called people in the military losers. You got to call a lie. Listen, okay, I'm going to make it real simple. For the white sisters watching, and maybe some of the Hispanic sisters is not Afro-Latino, y'all won't get it, but Key gonna get it. You gotta be like a sister when she catch your man in a lie and he get. Stop, Negro. Stop right there, because you're lying. Because I got the evidence. I saw you. Here's the picture. Now, explain that. You gotta. Am I right, Key?
Receipts. Because listen, let me say, like Geno said, I don't know about everybody else. When a black woman say, so hey,
you know, your ass know you in trouble when you hear.
Right, because we're not going to ask you that unless we got the receipt. Okay.
Y'all already know the answer. You know the answer.
We already know.
You just sitting there like.
Right. We know what happened.
And then
what happened.
And Key, y'all will kind of cross your legs and fold your arms and be like, gee.
And rock back, lean back, and like us.
So. When you hear that so,
we know. We got the receipts. So we don't come to the fight without receipts. And nobody should, actually.
That's true.
You better learn something out in this world today. You don't bring up nothing unless you got the proof. Receipts. Okay? Donald Trump. Like, but that's what I mean by his lies. You got the proof right here, and he still lies. And
on the subject of black women, there's been a lot of talk about trying to replace him. First of all seriousness, Keith, my take is, if I was President Biden, I had my annual yesterday. Made me feel great. My doctor said, you're doing good, but just
good.
You got to learn. You can't save the world. You can't keep put you the fireman, but you can't put everybody's fire out.
That's right.
Allie gave me that same lecture about a month ago. But, I was just happy. It's like, all your blood work, everything, EKG, everything was like great and clear. But, so the point I'm trying to, if I'm President Biden, I'm going to get with my doctor, his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, he's got a sister, I can't remember, I think Valerie, that they are very close. If his doctor says that physically he's up to it, and I saw the fight in Joe today, and if his wife and his sister sign off, then I would tell everybody else to kiss my ass, because Donald Trump done what? 34 convicted felon, 34 counts, 88 charges, accused of sexual assault in a civil trial. The judge said he found evidence that Orange Hitler raped E. Jean Carroll. Now we ain't talking about what happened. Fonnie Willis case in Atlanta, interfering with the election, having all these secret documents all in the damn bathroom and all over that damn house down in Mar-a-Lago. Not to mention in D.C., Jack Smith trying to overthrow, like you said, Key, inciting an insurrection. And the cult don't give a damn. Like none of it happened.
I don't know where my Dems are, meaning my Democrats. I don't know where my Dems are and why they acting.
They panic. They little punk ass. And MSNBC, I'm really.
But what's the point? But what's the point of panicking right now? What's the point? You got the choice of nightmare or 4 more years of a little quiet and just let's get this country back on track.
He said, you got nightmare.
I'm like, where's the confusion here?
What'd you say, Keith? You got nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, why are we?
You had nightmare on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, this how my daughter does. Like, what's the problem here?
You know what?
Okay,
that must be a Gen Z thing, because you know who does something similar? Allie.
Does Allie do it? Yeah, it's like, come on now. This is not rocket science.
That same energy. Okay,
so I'm gonna give it to you like the Gen Z-ers are doing. This ain't rocket science. Okay. Are we going, because on 4 more years of that guy, and this could be Russia.
Worse.
Okay.
And on the note, I was talking about black women, people they're talking about, well, you know, oh, well, we need to have a meeting, and maybe your governor Gretchen Whitmer, or maybe who's really too thirsty for the damn job, but at least he's performative on camera because he backed up Governor Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Newsom.
But
yeah.
So y'all just kind of ignore the fact that there is a sitting vice president that's been doing a hell of a job, and y'all try to dog her out and everything. But let me just tell you, you Democrats, if y'all F around and find out your most loyal demographic group are black women. Now, you can F around and disrespect Vice President Kamala Harris. I understand that there's some misogyny and sexism with some black men, and some people don't, people was hating on her, but she knows she is brilliant. She is sat and watched because she had to check Anderson Cooper's punk ass. She's like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you about 90 minutes when I've seen the man perform for 3.5 years.
And guess what? Who cares? I will listen, and I'm just keeping it real. The day of the election, they can tell me Biden is in a coma. And I'm taking my black to the poll, and I'm hitting Biden. Okay? Because the worst that can happen is that Kamala becomes the president.
And that's the fear. See, that's the fear. But even with these Democrats, so y'all throwing Gretchen Whitmer and Governor Josh Shapiro and Governor Gavin Newsom, y'all just like she ain't there, Key. Y'all saying this out loud, but I'm not speaking for black women because I got a brilliant black woman on camera, but I'm saying if y'all mess around and disrespect Vice President Harris, Key, you can just explain to him better than me.
We'll get you. We'll get you at the polls.
Black women are not going to forget that.
Nope, we're not. She's there, and okay, but like I said, in November, they can tell me that Biden just had his last rites.
He's cold. They got him on life supports.
He had his last rites, and I'm still going to hit Biden. Okay, because like I said, the worst thing that will happen is that Kamala will become the president. And that's the end of it. And I don't want to hear no more about it. I don't want to hear no more about Biden is too old. That's what we got. Period. 2
old folks and 1 old and crazy.
Yeah.
And neurotic and delusional and, wants to be a dictator.
Well, he wants to tear down the democracy.
Yes.
Okay, I can't. Okay, goodbye, Geno.
Watch last night's monologue because I really broke it down. Yeah. And I broke it down for everybody. I broke it down for black folks. I broke it down for some black folks, some brothers and some sisters that think because they are adjacent to whiteness and power and they've got a great corporate job or, they got however they've been successful in business and they think that access or that their money will protect them from this cult.
No.
And I spoke to my white brothers and sisters.
This would not be America in the next 4 years. This will be something you don't recognize.
Listen, I spilled it out. I just laid it out, Key, plain and simple, black and white, literally. I spoke to my white brothers. I spoke to the MAGA cult. I said, now, if you think that even you worshiping this cult and your whiteness is going to protect you from this madman, I told them to Google the Kristallnacht. Kristallnacht. It's a German word, the night of the broken glass. About almost 100 years ago in Germany, You had Hitler's version of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and the Three Percenters and the Boogaloo Boys and we want to have a civil war. They were the brown shirts, but they were empowered because Hitler was empowered, and he sent them out, and they went all through Germany. And that night, they call it Crystal Knot, the night of broken glass, because they literally went and vandalized all the Jewish businesses, went to all the European Jews, German Jews, and they were rounding them up. And the ones that had money and power, their money and power could not save their ass. Because if they did not subscribe to the ideology of Hitler and his Nazism, and you couldn't, if you were Jewish, you couldn't be like Tim Scott and be like, Stephen and Django, oh yeah, no, they didn't give a damn. So they will come for you. They've already come for black folks and people of color from Central America and South America and from the Caribbean. The Haitian, they don't want the Haitian brothers or Dominicans. They never worry about the northern border, and they never talk about the majority of people who overstay visas and are here illegally come from Europe. All these Ukrainians that are here, and no shade to the Ukrainians, but most people, they fly. They fly into America. They may have a little temporary visa key, and the visa runs out. They just go chill. But we don't talk about them.
Listen, we better get it together.
I will wrap my part up and let you close on because you mentioned January 6th. I'm gonna make my point crystal clear because we saw it. In spite of what that jackass told you, because y'all saw it January 6th, because it was broadcast live on every channel. And these fools, they were live streaming it on Facebook and Instagram. They came to the United States Capitol and stood on the top of the Capitol and brought a gallows, a hangman's gallows, and they were chanting and they were looking for the vice president, Mike Pence, who is an old, rich, white dude, but he didn't subscribe to the cult and the cult mentality. So his whiteness and his white male privilege, wealthy white male privilege, did not save his ass. The only thing that saved his ass was the Secret Service was able to get his ass out. You saw him running because they came looking for him. So the point I'm trying to make, your whiteness and your pop won't save you. If you don't believe, if you don't worship the cult leader, it don't matter. They'll come for your ass too.
And listen, it's crazy as former President Donald Trump is to some population, me included. As crazy as he may seem, he's not the nightmare that really. It's the DeSantis people that you better, because they
Project 2025, the Heritage.
They are working in the background systematically.
Project 2025.
They are systematically changing things different levels by vote, by proxy,
and you're not.
That's right. You're not even paying attention. The Supreme Court decision
today, Key. You know what they did, right?
Come on now.
They said
where
insurrectionists.
They
basically said, "Hey,
there was no obstruction of justice."
Come on.
So
what?
You better.
They broke into the Capitol, tried to stop, illegal swearing, and that wasn't obstruction of justice.
Listen. There's a commercial that came on a few years ago. Say you got to be quicker than that. You better be quicker and pay attention to the systematic things that are going on while we're out enjoying our lives. And Donald Trump is a distraction. The real stuff is already going on, and you better focus.
And Key, they're so bold with it. Before, they would say, don't say the quiet part out loud. It ain't no quiet part. As a matter of fact, you can download it. You can type in your search engine, Project 2025. You can go to the website. Everything that I've been telling you all about, last night's monologue, sending the military, the Marines and the Army, Rangers, and the National Guard to cities like Detroit and Chicago, where they got a lot of black folks. If you decide to protest, if he does get back in office, they're gonna send the military and they'll shoot you, because Orange Hill already wanted to shoot peaceful protesters that were protesting what happened to George Floyd, and the only thing that saved them was Mark Esper was his defense secretary. He said, "No, we don't shoot.
Yeah,
peaceful
we don't shoot
protesters."
Americans. Yes.
Listen to what Kelia's saying, and they're not trying to hide it. That's the, and they like.
No, I mean, look at, I mean, and because we don't think we're not really looking at the horror of rewriting history. Taking, we don't want to teach history in the school. Do you know what that is? That is systematic brainwashing. You are now saying that this never happened, and if this never happened, this is danger, danger, danger. So you better be careful, because they are literally voting to take out history.
I've said it.
What?
Key, I've been saying it virtually every day.
You can't do that.
This election is not about President Biden. It's not.
No.
It's what he represents, as opposed to Orange Hitler. You are choosing between your freedom and your oppression. It is that simple, because the people who want to oppress and destroy you, they have already been planning. Now the plans are in writing. They are putting people in place.
Like I said, on election day, I don't care if Biden is in a box.
He said, if I see the flat line, if I hit a...
Oh, well, welcome President Kamala Harris. That's it. I'm out. Drop the mic. That's it. There is no other option. Have a good weekend, Geno.
Key, you dropped the mic. I love you. Have a great weekend. So I'm going to tap on your window, because Monday or Tuesday I want to just kind of going into we'll just have some real fun.
Okay.
Just,
okay.
Talk about, we can
tap on my window, and I'll see if I speak up.
As a matter of fact, maybe you can get some of the other Zeta Queens, and maybe y'all can you don't have to give us all the dirty details. Maybe can just talk about maybe one of the Black Chip Medalles.
Nope.
Maybe Abdul. Maybe y'all can tell us about Hung Abdul, or girl, you had to see it to believe it. Oh my God.
Hung Abdul, I like that. Where yet?
I love you, Keith. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
Keith, I know my mother's like, my son, I didn't raise him that way. He is crazy. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. Thank you all for watching. Of course, my #1 fan, my executive producer, my mother's watching. The Geno Jones Show, brought to you by CM Transportation. CM like Mary, that's my mom's name. CM Transportation, LLC.net, or call 843. That's the area code here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, 843-606-2702, 843-606-2702. If your business needs a transportation company that is dependable, reliable, and on time, CM Transportation, LLC.net. Allie Jones and Bruce Gage, the official wardrobe consultants and stylists for the Geno Jones Show. Check out Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection at lx.n like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, _ that little dash behind the last L at the bottom. lx.ncl_. Bruce Gage, Miglio Di Mario Uomo, and Flyball the Store. Check him out. Go Instagram. He's on IG on Instagram, just like Allie is on IG. Miglio Di Mario Uomo, Miglio Mario Uomo. It's an Italian word. Uomo. Miglio Di Mario. UOMO. Flyball, the store, the officially licensed retailer for the Negro Baseball League. You can go to the Negro Baseball League Hall of Fame in Kansas City, and you'll see all the flyball gear, or you can just go to the website, and Bruce Gage is he has the official license from the Negro Baseball League. FLYBALL, the store. Spell it like he said, just like it sounds. FLYBALLTHESTORE.com. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Check him out and his cuts. He is a master barber's master barber. Designer Cuts. Kel be cutting up on IG, on Instagram, KELBECUTTINUP. And a big shout out, speaking to CEOs, Carissa Carter, the CEO of the CEO of CM Transportation, one of the top transportation companies in America, black woman owned. So we always support black businesses, and I want to thank the black businesses that support the Geno Jones Show, like CM Transportation. And I would love to have your business, black or white, don't matter, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, alien, I don't give a damn. You could be alien. But we always want to support black-owned businesses, because at the end of the day, nobody else, it ain't like America it really has supported black-owned businesses. It hasn't. It's done everything it's done everything they could, legally and illegally, from Jim Crow laws to bombing and destroying black business communities like the Greenwood District of Tulsa, or Wilmington, North Carolina. I could go on. So we make an emphasis to center black-owned businesses, and to give those businesses a platform to advertise their business, or just to bring awareness to what they're doing, okay? But to my white brothers and sisters, Hispanic brothers and sisters, and Asian brothers and sisters, I might even take the MAGA money, but you ain't gonna come on here lying. That's not what you're not gonna do. Is do that. We don't do that. You ain't gonna stick to the lie. Like my grandmother said, oh, Jeannie, you gonna stick to the lie. You ain't gonna stick to the lie on the Geno Jones Show. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm kicking off my 4th of July, week plus, 8 days, starting right now. Programming note, on my way out the door, live show Monday and Tuesday, July 1st and 2nd. There'll be no live show July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'll return July 8th. But the Geno Jones Show will be available every day, 24/7, 365 days. Just come to YouTube, type in Geno Jones Show, the YouTube channel. And in closing, everybody that's having family reunions, backyard barbecues, cookouts, you going to the Essence Festival, going to the Hamptons, wherever you are going. I have a goal, 1,000 new subscribers that will allow my business to go to the next level. Basically, it will allow Geno Media and my media company and the show to start getting a check from YouTube. So I ask for your continued support. 1,000 new subscribers in the next 60 days will put me in a whole different category with YouTube, where they're going to have to go ahead and break a brother off. They're going to have direct deposit. I'm sure they got direct deposit. They're going to have to direct deposit that bag in my company account. All right, so please, I ask that favor of you to please help my show continue to grow. So spread the word like a good virus. Tell everybody, that girlfriend that can't hold water and just got to tell it all, let her know. Tell everybody, put it up on social media. Your boy, the one that's always gossiping, and he'll be the first one to say, women gossip. I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. Men that gossip, they worse than women. They can't hold, they just, and women know that. They're like, oh, women, catty, no. You find a man that gossip, he worse than a woman. He just can't hold water. They just, like last night, and then they going to stick to the lie. Usually they go hand in hand. The one that's can't hold water and is always selling somebody else's business is the same one that usually is going to stick to the lie. All right, everybody, I love you. Thanks for watching live. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.